Tuesday. Welcome to the On Deck podcast on the LineStar YouTube channel. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville, and we've got your top MLB player prop bets of the day plus home run calls of the day. Tyler, it is also National Hydration Day, and I am thirsty for some more props, especially after yesterday, because we were a perfect 4-0 on the show yesterday. Plus, we also cashed a plus 340 Fernando Tatis home run. So we get to start off today's show with a nice money gun celebration. Always love starting the show off with a nice bang here with the money gun celebration. Not only are we celebrating with the money gun, we're also giving away $20 to a randomly selected commenter from yesterday's show. As always, every day on this show, we put our picks on an entry, and if we catch, we give out those winnings to a randomly selected commenter. So to enter into today's contest, make sure to like today's video, be subscribed to the channel, and comment below. The winner of the contest and the $20 is Kevin6F10, who commented 4 for 4. Let's go. Tatis has time to come through, and sure enough, he did late in that game with a nice bomb. Plus 340, recapping those picks once again. It's going to be Judge delivered with 3 of the 4 guys hit a home run, Tyler. That's crazy. Anyways, TJ Friedl cashed, Ellie De La Cruz home run, Ronald Acuna home run, and Fernando Tatis delivered. A great day on the show yesterday, and congratulations to Kevin6F10, who commented for us. Make sure to comment on today's video, and then we'll get in touch with you to get you your winnings. Again, you got to be into our contest, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, and you are in it to win it. So a great day yesterday, Tyler. How you feeling on this Tuesday? Where are we at with today's slate?
I'm ready to bring it again. I think it's going to be an interesting slate. A lot of different ways to go.
Yeah, it is an interesting slate. And of course, you know, where my eyeballs immediately went to was that game total of 12 in Colorado today at Coors Field, Dodgers at Rockies. However, when you pull up some of those lines for those hitters props, man, they are juiced like I don't think I've ever seen before. We had Shohei Ohtani. Right now he's listed for hits, runs, RBIs. That line is 3.5. That's just crazy to me. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it needs to be that high.
Yeah.
At 2.5, you're probably hammering it. At 3.5, you need to question it. You know, I mean, the guy's on an unreal pace for runs. He's hitting like 300. He can hit a home run wherever, whenever. You know, like 3.5 isn't that crazy when you're talking about Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado pitching staff.
It makes me wonder what he could have like a season-long totals if he was playing in Colorado. You know,
it's pretty insane to think about. That's a really good point. Nonetheless, not really thinking I might go there for those props because they are so juiced kind of across the board, although you can't deny the spot that the Dodgers are in today at a hitter-friendly venue against a pitcher who gives up a 300 average in German Marquez. And then yesterday's game was great between Cincinnati. We hit all our props in that Cincinnati Yankees game. Today, though, both of the pitchers are kind of a bit of a wild card. You got Carlos Rodon, and then you got a guy making his MLB debut for the first time, and the dude has been absolutely crushing it in the minors, so I'm hesitant to even go with someone like Aaron Judge for today. Any thoughts on the rookie here for today making his MLB debut, first rounder for the Cincinnati Reds? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, he's baseball's 11th overall prospect. He is very, very good. But hey, it's his first start, and he's going against the Yankees and Aaron Judge. Like, you know, nerves can play in. There's a lot of different things that can happen. But you're right. I mean, I'm kind of avoiding in props right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily play either side of that, but it's an interesting one for sure. I mean, he could get shelled just being a little nervous.
Right.
You know, maybe he doesn't have his command like normal or something like that. And then also you throw in the fact that it's almost 100 degrees in Cincinnati.
Hitter
you know,
friendly
like
in Cincinnati.
Great American
might
Small
be
Park.
Might be a welcome to the big leagues moment for Chase Burns, who actually, I was reading an article about him and it said his favorite team growing up was the Yankees. So I'm sure it'll be kind of a surreal moment for him. Nonetheless, kind of staying away from there. So let's talk about today's slate and where we are headed. Before we do, though, I do want to do a quick plug. All the props we hit yesterday, we crushed it. It's not rocket science. It's the Props Optimizer and the LineStar app that help us out each and every day.
Wait,
the
I'm not a genius?
I know it's surprising it might be surprising to some people. I am still a genius. Just, I'm a genius enough to have the tools to help me out. What do you think?
I like it. Well played.
We're prop geniuses who are genius enough to know that we've got the right tools at our disposal to help us out. And that is the LineStar app, especially that Dinger report helps you out tremendously. The LineStar app, you can sign up for a subscription or you can get our free Props Optimizer today. Download it today. It is free with ads, kind of like YouTube, or you can upgrade to, if you're someone who hates ads, you're one of those people that get Hulu and pay to not have the commercials. I totally get it. You can pay $10 a month and you can have that completely for free. So check it out today, Props Optimizer. You'll be seeing some graphics throughout the show. That's the Props Optimizer in action. So with that all being said, let's get after it today, Tyler. What you got for your main prop bet of the day?
I went there yesterday, but I got to go to round trip. Ronald Acuna over 1.5 total bases. LineStar projections 2, consensus is 2.1. He's hitting 450 with a 300 ISO versus right-handed pitching over the last 20 games. Dude's been just on absolute fire. And then he's going against Frankie Montas, who's making his season debut. And the reason I'm so in on the Braves today is Montas in the minors, in his rehab starts, 12.05 ERA. 8 home runs in 18.2 innings. That is 5 home runs per 9. He's just been getting blown up. And we got, mid-90s temps, winds blowing out in New York today. I think it's a great spot for these Atlanta bats.
Yeah, you got to think with those numbers in the minors, some of these Braves bats that have been so hot recently, specifically Ronald Acuna Jr., might be up today.
Mets have been really good with their pitching coaches and coaching these guys up. We saw it from Mania last year, seen it from Canyon a little bit this year. Yeah. Luis Severino came back with them, but might take Montas a little bit of time. He dealt with some issues with control in the minors, and it's I just don't think that's magically going to correct itself in one spot versus a very tough offense.
I like it. All right, for my pick, I'm going to your Padres, Tyler, for today. I mean, Fernando Tatis delivered for me yesterday, and I just love the matchup here, specifically for lefty bats going up against Trevor Williams for the Washington Nationals today. Plus, we've talked about how bad that Nationals bullpen is. We saw it last night with Tatis getting that late inning jack for us to cash on that home run call. But I'm going to Luis Arraez, a lefty bat here, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. When you look at the Padres and some of the lines for them, they're pretty much all juiced up a little bit, 2.5 hits, runs, RBI. But we can get really great value here with the lefty bat of Luis Arraez. LineStar's projection for his hits, runs, RBI total is 2. He's hit this 8 of the last 10 games. And we're talking about a guy who's batting .323 over the last week and a lefty bat with significantly better splits facing righties. He'll be facing Washington Nationals righty Trevor Williams, who ranks 251st versus those lefty bats. He's also giving up a 1.72 home run per 9 rate to them, a 365 average to the lefties as well. And Luis Arraez actually has really great BVP numbers. So Tyler likes to talk to our BVP truthers out there. This one's for you guys. 389 average versus Williams. He's 7 for 18 against him with a home run in there as well. And Williams actually has worse splits on the road as well. Plus, I mentioned the bullpen for the Nationals being pretty poor. They're 26th versus lefty bats, and they also give up a ton of home runs. They've given up 18 home runs in the last month. So I really like the spot today, Tyler, for your Padres, but we're going to go with Luis Arraez here for my main pick. And what we're going to do, as we do every day, is pair my favorite pick with Tyler's, put that on an entry for today. So it'll be Acuna with Luis Arraez on an entry. If that cashes, one randomly selected commenter will win $20, just like we gave out today. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. You're in it to win it. Hopefully we can deliver another winning entry for you guys and make it back to back and starting the week off right. So those are our main picks. but we like to give some variety for you guys. If you're not feeling our first picks, what you got for the second pick, Tyler?
I mean, it's the spice of life, right?
Yes, exactly.
We're going to go Xavier Edwards over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Our LineStar projection's only like 1.9. I generally don't go that far down the list, but I'm not loving the props in general today. But I do like Edwards. Hitting 347 over the last 20, hitting 373 versus right-handed pitching over the last 20, and then Verlander 4.91 ERA, or sorry, FIP over his last 20, and 5.57 over the last 5. I think that Edwards is going to, be able to get a hit against him. And then with his speed, adding a run on top of it isn't that hard for him just because he is so fast.
Not the Verlander of old, shall we say,
No.
when we're facing him.
He's as you say, washed.
All right, for my pick, I'm going to the Chicago Cubs, second in runs, second in RBI. So why not take PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. LineStar's projection 2.1. Another lefty bat. I'm loving my lefties today. A 302 average versus righties. That qualifies him as a top 5% hitter versus righties. And today he'll be facing St. Louis Cardinals righty Michael McGreevy, who's given up, what do you know, worse splits to those lefty bats. In fact, a nearly 35% hard contact to them as well. And PCA, we know he can crank out some homers and has got significant power going up against also a bullpen for St. Louis that's 17th in an opponent average. We've got hot temperatures kind of across the country, but also specifically at Busch Stadium where it'll be 92 degrees. We all know the Cubs are second in runs, second in RBIs this season, so I am comfortable rolling with PCA over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI, and a nice Busch Stadium. Not super hitter friendly, but given the heat wave we're seeing across the country, don't mind it here today for those Cubbies bats. And lastly, one of the earlier games on the slate today, I believe it's a 3:40 start time. We're going to go to the Baltimore Orioles are facing the Texas Rangers, and I'm looking specifically at the bat of Adolis Garcia over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. LineStar is with us to the over here. He's got a 308 average in the month of June, and even though some of the Rangers bats have been kind of streaky and a little bit hit or miss recently, I feel like Garcia has been pretty consistent, and he's also top 5% exit velocity versus righties over the last 14 days. He'll be facing Baltimore righty Charlie Morton, who's giving up nearly a 300 average to righty bats. Plus, he's also giving up 31% hard contact to them as well. So rolling with Garcia here. The Baltimore bullpen has been a struggle point as well for those Orioles, 25th versus righty bats. And Tyler, we talked about the heat wave that we're seeing across the country. It'll probably be triple-digit temperatures in Camden Yards today, and with what we've seen and them moving kind of the fences in a little bit, that temperature, it might be kind of hitter-friendly conditions here. So liking the Rangers spot today. But Adolis Garcia, it's hard to kind of look at some of even Corey Seager's kind of cold lately. So Garcia was the one that popped for me, but just my thoughts on that kind of earlier game for today. Anything else for today that you wanted to add, or are those the ones we're rolling with?
Not prop wise. I wasn't in love with the props. A lot of the spots I liked, the lines were a little elevated, or they weren't up yet. There's not many Braves props out there yet. So
that's true. A lot of them have been super elevated. I don't know if it's the temperatures. There's a lot of hitter friendly conditions. Maybe the sports books, I feel like at this point in the season, have really adjusted to they're not giving you the 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for all these guys like we were getting earlier in the season. So just kind of have to adjust for it. But fortunately, we've been giving out some winners lately. So I'm liking our picks for today. Remember to check out that Props Optimizer. Again, a free app to help you dominate the prop market. And those are some good picks for today. If you've got any that you absolutely love for today that we missed out on, let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree. We've got such a sharp-minded community. I was going over some of the comments from yesterday, a lot of really great picks. So make sure you guys are checking in with the LineStar community because they're also giving out some winners in the comments, I've noticed lately. So thank you for all of your comments. Remember to drop your locks, comment, and it enters you into that prop bets contest. Hopefully we can go 2 for 2 once again and keep giving out winners and, keeping the money gun celebration rolling.
Oh, one thing that we should throw in there real quick?
Yeah.
Be careful if you're betting with Arizona today. Suarez and Naylor were both hurt last night, so that lineup could be much worse today. So you might want to wait on them a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think there are some weather concerns with that one as well. As far as the latest weather report I saw, there it's a little kind of dicey. Of course, this time of year, you're going to have that pretty much every day on the slate, those chance of thunderstorms late. But just a good point there about those two hitters. So that's good stuff there, Tyler. All right, now it is time for home run calls of the day. Tyler, where are you headed for a dinger on this Taco Tuesday?
Good old Taco Tuesday, Dinger Tuesday. We are going with good old Matt Olson for a bomb. We have him at a 19% chance for a home run. He's hitting 298 with a 228 ISO versus right-hand pitching over the last 20. Frankie Montas has allowed 5 home runs per 9 in his 18.2 innings for rehab starts in the minors. Plus, last season he gave up a 497 slugging to left-handed bats. Temps are in the high 90s. Wind's blowing out to right field. Love the spot for Matty O.
Tyler, yesterday Fernando Tatis delivered for me for a home run, and so I'm going right back to the Padres for my home run call today. This time, though, we're going with a lefty bet. We're going with Jackson Merrill, plus 400 for a bomb. Love Merrill's spot today, and especially the fact that he is second on the team with the highest barrels per plate appearance percentage behind just Manny Machado, and he's also top 1% in all of Major League Baseball in launch angle sweet spot, meaning he can really put the barrel on the ball and absolutely crush it. And this is a lefty bat going up against Washington Nationals righty Trevor Williams, who gives up over a 200 ISO and a 1.72 home run per 9 rate to those lefty bats. So I love the situation Merrill's finding himself in today. Also consider that bullpen. That was something that we took advantage of last night with that Fernando Tatis home run call. Their 2.25 home run per 9 rate in the month of June. That is dead last in all of Major League Baseball. They have given up 18 home runs this month alone. I got to go back to the Padres here tonight and Jackson Merrill for a bomb. Tyler, the Padres have been pulling through for me. I appreciate it. Your team's crushing it. They didn't get the win, but at least
I was going to say they got crushed yesterday.
Yeah, they did. But you know what? I guess.
And it was all ex-Padres that did it to us, which is worse.
Oh, that's the worst. Well,
Abram,
hopefully
Wood, everything we gave up in the Soto trade. Ugh.
I almost thought, they might rally at the end there, but maybe they'll get it back tonight. Hopefully, at least they'll have a couple bombs for us so we can cash those and my Luis Arraez prop pick as well. Now, we have been giving out our top 5 picks on the LineStar app's Dinger Report, so we'll continue the trend here and tell you who we think is going yard today. In fact, yesterday, the most likely to go yard was Aaron Judge, and he delivered with a bomb. So make sure you guys are checking in. That Dinger Report on the LineStar app can help you out a lot. So the top 5 for today, no surprise there at the top of the list is Shohei Ohtani at Coors Field against German Marquez. Then we've got Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge, the usual suspects, Juan Soto, and Jose Ramirez. Round off the top 5 on the Dinger Report for today. For a full list of the Dinger Report, make sure you check out the LineStar app. That's where you can find that. It's a super helpful tool for all you guys that are either placing prop bets or if you are entering into your DFS lineups. Super helpful tool. Check it out today. And now, Tyler, that Dinger Report is also available. We have a home run tool on the Props Optimizer that is free. So more incentive to go check out the Props Optimizer. And actually, I was filming my phone. I was kind of taping a little tutorial that'll be up later on our YouTube channel, a 1-minute tutorial of the Props Optimizer. And I was going through the home run call. And sure enough, as I was doing it, taping it, it was Aaron Judge on the home run predictor. And sure enough, within minutes, he hit a bomb. So it's a pretty accurate and helpful tool for you guys. So go check it out today. If you haven't already downloaded the Props Optimizer, check it out. I highly recommend it. And that's going to do it for us today. Some great picks across the board. Drop your locks below. Remember to enter soon into the contest. And then if you guys are playing in those DFS contests, make sure to check out Tyler's video where he breaks down the slate and shows you everything you need to know about DFS lineups for today. So go crush it out there. Good luck on this Taco Tuesday, and check out Tyler's DFS breakdown. Take down Tyler on a Taco Tuesday. Love all that alliteration. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a good one.